just pin myself down and spring back to life. Giving out a thought, how people travel to China to seek for powers. People travel all the way to other African countries just to fortify themselves. Well, sometimes I don't blame them because that is where they believe. But you see, there's no power that is greater than the Holy One. He created the world, indeed. He came from nothing to create everything, and yet he doesn't use any of the things that he has created. He is whomever he thinks he is. That is why he said to Moses, he says, I am that I am. Right? He will be whatever that he will be at any moment. Nobody decides for the Holy One. He is the greatest among all. So you must understand. People have traveled away to Nigeria, from Ghana to Nigeria, from Nigeria to Benin, from Benin to Ivory Coast, from Ivory Coast to Japan, some part of Asian countries, because they have heard about some gods over there. So they pay homage to those entities in that dimension. They go there to have a pact with those entities as well. They go there to sacrifice a lot. I told you that in 2024, a lot of things happen spiritually. Some of these politicians, they went to seek help from other deities, other entities, and as a result of that, they must pay in return once they win the election. So majority of the atrocities that is happening in the country, about 80% is coming from them, what they did in 2024. Still, the entities that they went to consult is still taking the lives of humans. Most of the politicians are paying with human life. You see? So when you sit down and feel like nothing concerns you, I'm telling you that somebody will use you for sacrifice. In this current dispensation where people don't care about you, even you must pay to belong to your own family. You must pay to belong to your own family. Have you realized that once you don't have, nobody cares about you in the family? Nobody will try to put a call across to your end to check up how best you're faring. It should tell you that in this modern world, you must pay to even probably belong to a family as well. Once you don't have it, family forgets about you. Period. That is it all. So sitting down to give it a thought, a critical look about what I've just stated, it should tell you that you can't just dare fold your arms and allow things to happen just like that. You must also stand up and do something for yourself. Fortify yourself, or else they will use you for something. Some of you people that occupies position in the society, the kings and queens and the chiefs and these leaders, the assemblymen right to the DC, the MCs, the ministers, the cabinet ones, the regional ones, across, it cuts across. You must understand that no matter what you think you are, whether you believe in the things of the spirit or not. You see, when an entity decides to launch an attack against you, that particular entity doesn't care whether you believe in the things of the spirit or not. It will come after you. Once it has been given that rightful authorization to come after you, it will come after you. So in this dispensation, as how it used to be in the 1800s, where people sit down and say to themselves that I don't believe in the things of the spirit, and just go scot-free just like that. In these modern times, things doesn't work like that. Whether you believe in the things of the spirit or not, still, once somebody hates you, somebody has that passionate hatred for you, once somebody envies you, you must understand that the spirit that they have they can deploy that spirit to come and hunt you. Do you know the number of challenges that I have faced personally? The kind of encounter that I've had in the past and still having, and probably in the future. I don't know what the future holds. So I must make sure that I get myself prepared, put myself on a scale, weigh things out. Things that doesn't add up, I must make sure to subtract it and add things that will help me to move forward in life. And that is it. You see? Now let me tell you this. You must understand that the other time I told you that after the Great One created the whole world, I mean, I'm talking in respect of the entire cosmic world, he decided to divide the cosmic world or the universe into portion, and then he gave it to his princes, and the princes are 72. Now, I told you that at the initial stage, these particular princes, they became corrupt. Now, the head or the principal exponent to all these princes who literally became corrupt is an entity called Semai, the one that you people call as Satan. Okay? Now, the seed, listen to me carefully, the seed of this particular Semai is headquartered in Rome. Now, because of that, one thing that you must understand is that everywhere that one of these princes hails from, their character and attitude will influence that particular zone. So it's like if there is a principality who actually hails from Ghana, or who champions the affairs of this country spiritually, is wicked. That wicked spirit or wicked behavioral pattern will influence these people or the country of Ghana. So that is how it is. Now, when you go to other parts of the world where Semai doesn't rule, his influences at that particular areas are limited, because some areas are also being championed by the other princes as well. Now, Semai, headquartered in Rome, having his seat over there. The reason why Satan is loud in every corner of this earth is that because of his work and because of his power, he influences certain zones in this world, because everywhere that we practice Christianity, it was the Rome who actually see to the facilitation or the activities of this Christendom. There is no church in this world. There is no church that is bigger than the Roman Catholic Church. There is no church in this world that is bigger than the Roman Catholic Church. And you will attest to that fact. And because Rome is the headquarters of Semai, and Rome happens to be the champion of Christianity, the behavioral pattern, the attitude of Semai influences every part of the world where Christianity has been established. Every part, any place that you find Christianity over there, Semai rules over there. Every part that you see Islamic religion, Semai rules over there. every part of the world that you see Islamic religion. Semai rules over there. Any part that you see Christianity, Semai rules over there. When it comes to idol worship doesn't come from Semai. Semai literally has nothing to do with idol worship. So somebody going out there to bow to any other idol is not being influenced. That particular character, that motive, the spirit behind that action was never engineered by Semai or Satan. There is another evil spirit or another principality who happens to be a prince. Now, when you read the Bible clearly, the Bible has cited in different scriptures and quotations as well the activity of Semai. Now, Semai, as the Bible says it best, Semai is an accuser of the brethren. It has been ordained in the jurisdiction of Semai or Satan to accuse or to prosecute. So his major function is that of the work of a prosecutor. You see? So that spirit, backbiting, sets back wickedness. It is Semai who champions all these causes. So you can't live on the surface of this earth where probably you hail from any of these zones where Christianity or Islamic religion is being practiced and just be there just like that. They will take you down spiritually, because the major assignment of Semai is to accuse you in the presence of the Holy One, is to make sure he puts you to test, is to make sure you never go by a day without sharing tears, to make sure to inflict pains into your heart. That is the major assignment of Semai, the one that is probably known as Satan. I'm telling you the truth. So majority of the inner things in Islamic religion is being controlled by Rome. I'm telling you the truth. I know I'm not supposed to tell you these things, but I must confess and tell you the truth. Within the inner circles, the deeper part of Islamic religion is being controlled by Rome. Christianity is being controlled by Rome. But idol worship is not controlled by Rome, because Semai has not been given charge. So any place on this where Christianity and Islamic religion is being practiced, I'm telling you that. Sorry, somebody just invaded. Okay, so as I told you earlier on, nobody, you can't just be there just like that. You must fortify yourself right from onset. You see, I'll not just come live and decide to lie to you, because after all, what exactly do I need that will warrant me or push me to lie to you? What do I need in life? I don't need anything. So once you see me seated in front of this camera, the only thing that I can give to you is by telling you the truth, and that is all. If I decide to speak, I'll tell you the truth. Once I don't want to tell you the truth, then it's better I keep my mouth mute, and that is it all. So Semai, that you people call as Satan, he is headquartered in Rome, and he champions every part of the world that Christianity is being practiced. So when you sit down and analyze certain things, you realize that any place where Christianity is being practiced, there is division at that place. Envy, jealousy, backbiting, hatred, accusing, sabotaging people. Any place where Christianity is founded, you see clearly that. You will see clearly that. Most of the things that I've just mentioned, okay, is being practiced massively over there. So when you go to Nigeria, when you come to Ghana, because of Christianity and Islamic religion, we practice most backbiting, envy, jealousy. It is only in the continent of Africa that you can wake up in the morning and your brothers and other people, they hate you for no reason because you have made it in life. With the entire African continent, some part of it, especially the West African countries, we don't celebrate success. So your progress becomes a problem to somebody. Your progress becomes a problem to somebody. So once you start progressing in the family, you see one or two individuals in the family, they will decide to take a counsel against you. You see that there are some group of individuals in the family who doesn't like you. Anytime something comes in the family for you to gather or converge and find solution to it, you see that when you go there, they probably isolate themselves to one place where it's like you are not part of them. That is their nature. They are being influenced by the characteristics or the character of Semai. He came to divide, to steal, and to destroy. That is the nature. That is the assignment that has been given to Semai. And he does it best. I'm telling you, trust me. That is why we don't appreciate. That is why we are hypocrite. Our hypocritical nature is being influenced by the character of Semai, because it is Semai who is hypocrite. There is nothing better that can come out of him. It is Semai who has become hypocrite from day one. It is Semai who has been standing in the presence of the Holy One, sabotaging people's success in the land of Israel. When you read Job chapter 1 verse 6, Job chapter 2, you realize that when Job was doing well in life, Satan didn't like it. He had to ascend to the zenith of heaven and level all forms of accusation against Job, where he was able to influence the entire jury in heaven to give him permission to come and destroy Job. Let me tell you, if hadn't been the intervention of a prophet, Job would have been teared apart. He would have been teared into pieces. I'm telling you the truth. It took only the intervention of the great prophet Elihu, who stood in, fasted, prayed, and then received a divine revelation and direction concerning the life of Job and his destiny at large, as how to bounce back financially, physically, spiritually, and intellectually. If hadn't been the intervention of Elihu, Job would have remained in that situation forever. This very same, when you read the book of Joshua, it tells it clearly that when Abraham was enjoying that life, when he has already become successful in life, having a lot of sons, now he has the promised son, that is Isaac, and then Ishmael, and other son as well. Now the devil didn't like it, so he had to ascend to the zenith of heaven and level an accusation. And the saddest aspect of it is that when he stood in the presence of the 72 judges in the higher realm, that is the sixth dimension, he laid some emphasis and leveled some cases against the beloved son, the one who carries the covenant of Yahweh, and that is Isaac. Ask yourself, why didn't the devil level accusations against Ishmael and the other son of Abraham, but rather the one who carries the promise of the great one? It's because he always wants to see where the lamp, or he always wants to destroy anybody that carries the pattern of the lamp of the Messiah. Once you carry the spark of the Messiah, you see, Semai, or the devil, will see to it that he destroys you. That's it. So Semai is the principal exponent, and he governs major areas on this earth. He hates it. He hates it. He doesn't want to see a believer living an exuberant life, especially if you are a believer. That is why, you see, our predecessors, they knew that once you live in a flamboyant lifestyle, the devil will come after you. And most of the time, anytime that the devil launches an attack, they are not able to stand on the face of those adversities. They lose everything. So because of that, they took to a certain lifestyle where they agree that, after all, let's just worship God and go our way just like that, because we can't fight the devil, win, and become successful here on earth. So majority of the Christians, when they were coming up, you were programmed to believe that poverty is a way of Christianity. Because even when you become rich, God doesn't like rich men. That is why King James intentionally inscribed in King James Bible that it is very difficult for the donkey to enter through a needle, the hole in a needle. The same thing that will be difficult for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. So the question in here is that, are you trying to tell us that the Holy One hates rich people in society? And you attest to me that even in our earthly societies, where there is poverty, there is no progress, no major developmental project. Nothing goes on better in that particular areas. You attest to that fact. So people who always make sure that they bring out the beauty of a society, they help sustain a lot of lives. Just imagine the rich people in a society, the number of hospitals, better schools, and roads that they have built for we consumers. Just imagine. And you are telling me that the one who built the hospital to accommodate poor people, to help facilitate their health activities, you are telling me that that person cannot go to heaven. But you see, because of how Semai works, that is why our major prophets and seers and bishops made us to believe that once you are poor, that is it. Just accept the fact. Even the Lord loves poor people and hates rich people. That mentality is never from the Holy Spirit. So do you understand? So Semai is headquartered in Rome, and he rules over the earth. Because if we are to take the earth as 100%, about 70% of the earth, he is the champion. Semai is a champion. And the Bible goes on to confirm that he is the accuser of the brethren. So every society that you visit and you see people sabotaging themselves, influencing other individuals against their fellow human, exterminating people, hiding behind scenes to incite, to instigate, manipulating system evilly to favor the agenda of the evil ones in the society. All these are being carried out at the expense of the authority of Semai. Once you see any of these activities or actions being carried out, then you should be able to sense the presence of Semai in these areas. He is there. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. Semai is everywhere. He is the accuser of the brethren. Bible says that he came to steal, to destroy, and to kill. He makes sure that he steals you from the light. He doesn't want you to always commune with the light. He doesn't like it in that way. Even Matthew chapter 4, Semai had an encounter with the Messiah where he threw a question at him by telling the Messiah that if you claim you are the Messiah, turn this stone into bread. You would think, oh, there was nothing wrong. But in the realms of the spirit, he was trying to command the Messiah, and nobody commands the Messiah. He is the primus inter pares of all entities, the highest among all creations. So how on earth would Lucifer be able to command the Messiah to turn something? You see, once somebody authoritates you to say, do this, and you oblige by that rules, it means you are under the influence of that person. So if the devil was able to influence the Messiah to do or execute a particular task, then it means he has taken total dominance over the Messiah. So at first he says, if you claim you are the Messiah, if you are the son of the Holy One, turn this stone into bread. Do you think the devil or Lucifer is so stupid to come and then command the Messiah just like that? No. He had to deploy strategies to come in a more manipulative way. So sometimes if you don't have that wisdom, you will not be able to synthesize the errors in that particular action initiated at that moment. Once you don't have that brain, that mindset to synthesize, to read in between the line, if you don't have the capacity to read the chessboard, you will not be able to sense or fish out the errors in whatever action that is being initiated. So the devil comes in, Semai, he comes in with a lot of strategy. Sometimes in a zone where poverty is their major confrontation, what he does is that he influences them with money. That is why he knows that in this end time, things will become very tough. Things will become very tough. And probably because of that, he has empowered his people, the apostles of Semai. He has empowered them intellectually, financially, politically, everywhere. Now, when you meet an apostle of the devil in the Christendom, majority of these bishops and apostles who works for Semai, they have been empowered financially. So once they have been empowered financially, they have gathered all these sheep under them. And most of the times, these people are the ones feeding them. And at the end of the year, he picks out of the number of flocks under his command, and then use some to sacrifice to appease Semai. So because he, in return, he's making the movie to look as if he is so caring, because these apostles of Semai, maybe they have paid for your school fees, they have supported you in certain areas of your life. So when I come in to tell you that the pastor you are following is not genuine, you're not going to believe it. The reason why I don't worry myself in this end time, recently there was a major clash between two acclaimed prophets, where there was a fight. Now the other is trying to tell the world that the other one is not genuine. But the question in here is that the people who are under the feet of the other one, you must understand that there's nothing you can tell them and they'll believe it. So you only have to leave them and let them be, and allow the Holy One to deal with them personally. Because at the end of the day, you must ask yourself, I have sat down as a reverend minister of God to read the patterns of worship in Africa. I have sat down to read certain things personally. I conducted some major survey right from the biblical era to our dispensation. I found out that there are so many people who are stomach churchgoers. Yes, they are stomach churchgoers. And you must understand. You must understand. That is how they have been made. So you leave them. You don't make mistake to say that you want to educate them for them to gain illuminations, or you want to open their eyes towards certain things. When you do it, it will not happen. Now ask yourself, just put the issue that transpired during the eras of Jesus on a scale and weigh things out. You will see clearly that during the times of Jesus, he fed 5,000 people. Now, during his arrest, nobody was present. So my question in here is that, where were those people? They were all following Jesus, not because of the word. They were following Jesus because some of them, they were not getting money to pay their rent, their school fees as at that time. Some of them, they were not getting food to eat. So probably because of that, since Jesus went ahead feeding them on a daily basis, some of them, they left where they were, their domiciles, to follow Jesus, probably because of food. You see? So the moment crisis hits you at your door front, they will all scatter and leave you just like that. Imagine, do you think during the times of Jesus when he was arrested, if the people were to gang up and march to the corridors of Caesar, Augusto, Pilato, and all these people, do you think they would have been able to sentence Jesus to that crucifixion? That thing wouldn't have happened because he was having a major followers, 5,000 people standing at the forecourt of the king. As at that time, how dare you? Even you fear for yourself. You can't make such decree that they should go and crucify Jesus. But all of them, they ran and left him. You would think that this was a supernatural occurrence. You see, let me tell you, this has been the norms of the day, from the day of John the Baptist to today. When they got John the Baptist arrested, his apostles took to his heels. Nobody stood with him. The same thing also implies there are people who moves from church A to church B, not because of anything. Some of them, they are suffering from chronic ailment. Some of them, they are there because they need some sort of spiritual and physical help. They didn't come to fellowship with you. They didn't come to stay under your feet. So there's nothing you do for them, they will still leave. So when you sit down, you see that in the rest of the spirit, they have been hooked on a rope and being suspended in the atmosphere, where they have been turned to a wandering duke. So the very moment they see that there is a rising prophet or a bishop, they run to the corridors of that man. They will come there as if they have never seen your type before. They will come and converge under your presence, where they will keep on milking you, milking you, milking you, milking you. The very moment you decide to cut the provision short, the very moment you decide to cut everything off, they will leave your presence, move to another sector, go there and milk that person at the same time. There have been major instances where mighty people have once resurrected in this particular land. At first, it started from the evangelist Morgan. Those days in Kumasi, some part of Kumasi, the very moment evangelist Morgan would decide to run a crusade, you see a lot of crowd attending in their numbers. Are you trying to tell me that evangelist Morgan never helped anybody? Are you trying to tell me that he never prayed for somebody, for the person to receive a miracle before? He did all these things, but at his dying moment, when he needed the support of people most, they all left him. Now, I kind of wonder the number of people who paid a courtesy call unto him when he was suffering. I'm wondering the number of people who paid homage to him, who went to visit him, and either to encourage him or to support him financially. They left him during the times of Apraku. Apraku was somebody that has a lot of crowd. He amassed a lot of crowd. In fact, those days, the only pastor who moves in a convoy was Apraku. A lot of crowd were following him just like that. At a point, when Apraku was not able to provide for the people who were following him, they all left him and shifted the attention from him to another person, a new upcoming prophet. Now, they left Apraku. Apraku was not having that financial wisdom, so he literally exhausted everything that was given to him. Now he went back to bankrupt, financial bankruptcy. He had nothing to boast of as at that time, where he was living on hand to mouth. Somebody who has once stood in the presence of a mighty crowd, more than 10, 50, 30,000. He has once filled the sports stadium before. Now, where is he? There is another one who came from Kumasi, ablaze. Thousands of people used to attend in their number. He used to vote for the school fees of other people, giving them loans and a lot of things. Now, at a point, they were milking him, but because he has that financial wisdom, he decided to put a stop to certain things. And they realized that this time around, the ablaze man is not giving out to the public. So they have shifted his attention, all of them. They shifted the attention and ran to other this Sobolo guy. So this Sobolo guy in question, it is not power. It is not anything that he has. But you see, financially, he has been helping these people. And because of that, we are in a dispensation where it is very hard to come by money. So they have all shifted the attention from all these pastors and then channeled their attention to this man because he is the one giving them bread. You see? So when you are able to read the system, if you are able to read the system, I'm telling you the truth. I am telling you the truth. You will not worry yourself on issues like this. Read in between the line. Read in between the lines. And that is the nature of Semai. He makes you to gather, then he comes in to scatter. Semai will push you to gather, then he comes in to scatter. Now, right from generation to generation, let me give you a biblical sightings. Now, when you read the Bible, when Moses went to the mountain to meet the Holy One, what happened? When he came, the number of people that he has gathered, Semai was able to divide it, and majority of them took to their own belief, where they made a golden calf to be bowing and worshiping at the same time. Now, the question in here is that, why did they do that? And that is the attitude of humanity. Now, from when you read Genesis to Revelation, anywhere that you see the Holy One complaining, at that point, just circle it. You realize that at that particular moment, the entire Israelites have become ungrateful. And that is the nature of black people. We are ungrateful by nature. You see? So I have sat down to read the system right from the biblical eras to our dispensation. And I realized that the church members are not people to be trusted. I'm telling you the truth. This is a frankly truth. There are few individuals who can stand with you. So when you are spending the little chicken change that you have, You must spend wisely, or else when the substance finishes, okay, when the substance finishes, they will all leave. They will all leave. The reason why that I can't fight any man of God because of members. The reason why I don't worry myself most is because I have studied the patterns. Moses left them for just 40 days. Upon his arrival, many of the people have turned their back on him. Jesus, during his moment when they got him arrested, they left Jesus. Peter, they left them. All the apostles, all those people left them. Now it has happened countless of times. So what are you trying to tell me? Are you trying to tell me that you are an exceptional from all these people? You are not more than Jesus. So you see, the attitude of these people from day one is being influenced by Satan. They can never stay at one place. That is why I'm so relaxed. I'm so relaxed. I don't force people to believe in my craft. I don't force people to follow me. After all, even the little ones who are following me ask me that am I able to attend to all these people? I can't. So, you see, so Semai is a being who champions every corridor where Christianity and Islamic religion is being practiced. And the nature of Satan is that he came to steal, he came to kill, and to destroy. He is an accuser of the brethren. He has accused a lot of people in the Christendom. He has stolen a lot of people from the light. He has destroyed so many people. He has taken into captivity so many souls. And that is the nature. That is the nature. Everywhere that Christianity is being practiced. So I want to tell you that you can't sit down and say you don't care. At the early beginning, this Sobolo man, he went on by saying that there is no witchcraft, there is no evil spirit. Well, they believed him. You see, the number of people who are under his feet, it's not like they don't know this man is lying. They know that the preacher is a liar. He is a deceiver. But you see, they don't have any option. There is no alternative. Because nobody is willing to give them anything. And they need money to at least 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 Ghana cedis. They can use it to sort things out. And you see, nothing becomes enough for these people. So you allow them, let them be as how it is. When you know this from day one, you will never fight any fellow prophet or any fellow pastor. That is why I always tell you that I don't envy any pastor. I'm not jealous of your congregation. You can get 1 billion euros as tithe per day. It is none of my business. It is none of my business. Okay? So, the nature of the black man is being influenced by Semai. You must get that. There are 72 princes. And one of these days, I'll take to myself to give you a teaching regarding all these princes, their works, and the major areas where they control. Now their head, their champion is Semai, because when we are talking about a major religious system that covers most of the part of the world, you can't take Christianity and then Islamic religion out of it. So Christianity and then Islamic religion, everywhere that these two religions is being practiced, you should understand that the influence of Semai or Satan is there. Even the Quran recognizes the presence of Semai everywhere. So you see, Semai is the head of all the princes who withstood against the Holy One when he actually charged them to control certain territories. Semai is one of the princes. So you see, the nature of Semai, his attitude, influences major parts of the world. Major parts of the world. So sometimes to survive depends on you. That is why I keep on telling you that you must fortify yourself, because Semai has his influence in this hemisphere where we live. If you are living in Spain, in Italy, Germany, Canada, Nigeria, everywhere, Ghana, Semai has his seat at that place. He has his voice heard at that particular dimension. So you see, you don't need any reason to fortify yourself. You don't need any reason to protect yourself. You must protect yourself, protect your family, protect every aspect of your life. Protect it. Your job, everything. You must protect it. So you see, sometimes there was a time that one of my church members stood right in front of me and then asked me a question. He says, "Papa, I have seen you countless of times where you walk people out of your life. But he has never seen any man of God who literally walks people out of their life." And I was just laughing. I laughed at him because he himself, he doesn't really understand certain things. Though he is a grown-up, but he doesn't really understand certain things. You see, let me tell you, in this world, there are only 3 people that I'm afraid of. In this world, there are only 3 people that I am afraid of. Apart from these 3 people, I'm never afraid of anything. Apart from these 3 people, I'm never afraid of anything, because I have the power of the Holy One. I have the spark of the Messiah in me. What exactly am I supposed to be afraid of? I'm not afraid of anything. Whether a demon, a principality, an evil spirit that hails from any part of the world, I'm never afraid of that said entity. But the question in here is that, inasmuch that I've been given this authority, there are 3 people who can destroy the power that has been wielded to you. So in my life, I'm very decisive. Very, very decisive. I'm very meticulous about the kind of people that I allow them to get closer to me. Okay? Now, the first person that I'm afraid of is not my enemy, because I know my enemies cannot get to me. No matter what they do, no matter the number of times that they try, they can never get to me. And they can never stand me within a second. I have the authority of the Holy One. So I'm never afraid of anybody who hates me. You hate me at your own peril. Your hatred will not bring me down. Your hatred will not influence anything spiritually. Your hatred will not cause any havoc for me. Your hatred will not mitigate the level of authority that has been bestowed to me. So I am never afraid of people who hate me. I'm never afraid of people who envy me, because no matter what you do, you can never be like me. So you are envying me for no reason. So people who hate me, people who are envious of me, people who are jealous of me, I am never afraid of you. I'm never afraid of you, because I know who I am, and you can never get to where I am. Get that once and for all. I'm never. But you see, I am afraid of somebody who is foolish. The foolish man, their lack of understanding and wisdom, their inability to comprehend will be used as a weapon to destroy your inner circles. When somebody gets closer to you and the person is weak in the mind, there are so many pastors who couldn't go far in life because the kind of people they allowed them to get close to them, they were having that weaker mentality and they were fools. So probably because of that, their ignorance was using as a weapon to tear the inner fortifications. And once they are able to tear your inner protection, you become vulnerable. So that is it. So I am afraid of somebody who is a foolish person who is close to me. I'm afraid of that person because his foolishness will bring calamity onto me. That is why when I see people, when people get closer to me, I decide or I start reading their patterns, their movement. I don't read the actions of humanity or their behavior, but I read patterns. When I see that their energy is not in line with my own, I walk them out of my life. And those people, they don't understand. They don't understand. They don't understand. I walk people out of my life just like that because they are fools. And no matter what you do, they can never grab wisdom. Never. So those people, keeping those people around you, you are doing that at your own peril. There are 3 levels of people. We have 3 levels of people that automatically come closer to you, no matter what you do. There are people who will listen to you and understand you by nature, by virtue of their prowess. They will understand you. So I know that when I talk like this, there are people who will understand me. Even there are people who doesn't need me to talk before they understand me. They are there. So by virtue of their intelligence, their smartness, their prowess, even when you snap your finger like this, they will understand you. When you wink like that, they will understand you. And there are people who will understand by explaining yourself. There are people you have to explain to them before they understand you. And there are people, whether you explain or you leave everything to them, they will never understand you. Such people, they adapt. So why should you have to keep those people with you? They can be influenced at any moment. So among the apostles who were very close to Jesus Christ, the foolish among them is Judas Iscariot. Foolishness breeds what we call jealousy. Foolishness breeds excessive anger. Foolishness makes you to become greedy. So people who are foolish, their inability to comprehend and cooperate in life will be used as a weapon against you. So those people, I don't keep them close to me because they will be served as a betrayer. They will be used as a major weapon to hunt you down. That is it. So sometimes when I see people not following my lane, I sit myself down and ask myself questions. I say, no, you don't belong to me. You're not mine. So I have to let you go in peace. I've been able to keep myself up to standard till date because of these things. I don't take it lightly just like that. I don't take it as a joke. You must understand things. So when you keep a foolish man within your inner circle, when you keep a foolish man within your inner circle, that is the end of your life. So sometimes when I see people, I just watch them and that is it all. I don't necessarily talk much about them. Those people, I don't necessarily talk much about them. I allow them. But when the time is due, I will decide for myself either to take you along with me or to leave you behind, because sometimes There are people you need to drop them back and move on because they don't have the mindset to comprehend whatever you are trying to tell them. And it's not everybody that you can give salvation to. Don't forget, when Jesus was healing the people, when he went ahead preaching the gospel, all those who were brought to him, he healed them totally, just like that. He never faked any miracle. But at a point, a woman came into contact with him where he pleaded to the Messiah for him to heal one of his sons. And then he said, something that is meant for humans is not meant for fools or dogs. So it means that there are certain things that you can't hand down to certain people in a society. So I am afraid of a foolish person affiliating themselves to me, because the foolish person will pave way for the enemy to get to hate you. Foolish person, he doesn't think before he acts. When they come into your life, they will only be used as a weapon. So 3 people are the ones that I'm afraid of. I'm not afraid of anything. Whether you are president, minister, or whatever, I'm never afraid of anything. I'm never afraid of anything. Or apart from, I'm not being intimidated by anything. Anything, nothing. Nothing. But 3 people, I'm afraid of them. And I'm very careful. I'm very careful. And the first one is just what I've been giving to you, and that is it all. The rest of the 2, I have to keep it to myself. Or maybe one day when we meet in Zenith, I'll probably give it to you. So you see, and all these character, people portray all this character as a result of the influence of Semai. Sometimes Semai will make you think you are smart. You know that in the continent of Africa, people, we perceive people to be wise when they are very skilled in the field of sins. When somebody has strategy to dupe their fellow human, when somebody has strategy to cheat on their fellow human, when somebody has a strategy to go behind you, to deceive you, to deprive you of whatever that rightfully belongs to you, when somebody master the art of sabotaging you, such people, we perceive them in the continent of Africa to be wise, and that is it. You see, we perceive those people to be wise because he feels he's smart, he's skilled in getting at their opponent. That's how they think. But those people, they are fools. They are fools. And probably because of that, I don't allow such individual, because every foolish person is a selfish person. Why would you become selfish, knowing fully well that you have entered into an agreement with your fellow human, and then all of a sudden you decide to become greedy just like that? Why should you be jealous of your fellow human if you are not foolish? Because even you being jealous of that person, at the end of the day, their lifestyle will not be transferred onto you. You can never be jealous of OPATAFUOR for me to lose what I have, my possessions. You can never be jealous of me for the Holy One to take whatever that I have to be transferred onto you. So what is the essence? What is the benefit of you becoming jealous of me? Why would you hate me with a passion just like that, knowing fully well that OPATAFUOR has not insulted me, I've never had an encounter with me? You are only bringing that mentality because you are a fool, and that is it. And such people, you block them because they are nowhere substantive. So I'm afraid of these people. A foolish person allowed himself to be deceived by the Pharisees, where he took just a chicken change to betray somebody who could have prayed for you to get what was given to you more than 1,000 times. At a point when they had nothing on them, what happened? Jesus instructed Peter to go to the sea and then cast the hook in a river. Pull it out. There is a fish that the hook will come out with. Open the mouth of that fish. A gold coin is placed in there. Who performed this miracle? It is the Messiah who did it. So even after all, if You, Judas, you needed money urgently at that moment. You should have go to Jesus to tell him that you needed money, but you never did that. Out of jealousy. When you read the Bible clearly, you can see that when they poured that fragrance on the head of Jesus, Bible says that the aroma, the scent of it, occupied the entire room, where when you are coming from outside, you will be able to perceive the scent of it or the smell of it. You see, at that moment, Judas became offended. At that moment, Judas became offended, just like that. At that moment, because they were pampering the Messiah, the woman decided to do something to please the Messiah, to gain his salvation. So even at your salvation, you will get opponents, people who will be there to prevent you from getting salvation. And that is the nature of Semai, because the Bible says that he is an accuser of the brethren. He is an accuser of the brethren. He came to steal. So whatever tactics that he will deploy to steal you, he must do it. Whatever tactics he will use to exterminate you, he must do it. Whatever tactics that he will deploy to quench the patterns of the sparks of the desire in you, you must what? Do it. So you see, in a dying moment, even on your salvation, your husband must be a stumbling block. Your wife must be a stumbling block. Your own brothers, your own sisters, your own kids must be your stumbling block. So you must fight for it. That is why it is written in the Bible that from the day of John the Baptist, you see, from the day of John the Baptist, the kingdom of God suffered violence. So those who want it, they take it by force. In the scriptural prescriptions, the violence in this contest is not about pulling out a gun. It's never about pulling a sword or something at your own fellow human. But it's a matter of you being able to utilize 100% of your brain, being able to synthesize between the good and the bad, being able to piece patterns together to be able to read it out. Sometimes there are some people, they leave some footprints behind, and you must be the person to be able to interpret it. They enter into your life, they leave some footprints behind, and you must be the person to interpret it by yourself. And that is it. There's nothing you can do about it. In this life, the Semai we know will never allow you to go scot-free just like that. He will prevent you from one way or the other. You pass here, he meets you there. He passes here, the Semai meets you there. Because when you read Matthew chapter 4, he said that after he was able to bring Jesus to the mountain, to the upper chamber, where he showed Jesus all the luxury things, the luxurious edifice in the world. And then he said to Jesus, if you are able to bow to me, I'll give you all these things. That is what manipulation is. So the Semai we know is not, he's never a small entity. He will try at all costs to deploy means to steal you just like that. So sometimes you must sit down. You must sit down. Semai will only use a foolish person to get at you. Trust me. And put this statement down from today onwards. Put this statement down from today onwards. Semai, for him to get at you, he will use a foolish person. He will use a foolish person. That is why you see somebody sitting in sin, judging you to be a sinner. Somebody who lives in sin, judging you to be a sinner. How can somebody who's not righteous judge me? It doesn't work like that. That is why you see a drunkard saying you are a prostitute. So what is the difference between a drunkard and a prostitute? We are all on the same scale. We all have the same habit. We all comes from the same progeny. That is it. So you must understand things. You must understand things. The guy says you are not genuine, you are not authentic. But you see, you are a drunkard. You are a drunkard. You are a cheat. You yourself, you are not a cheater, you are a cheat. Why? Because your spirit has become a cheat unto the Holy One. The cheater in here is Semai. He is using you. So you have become a cheat. So you must sit yourself down, relax, and take certain things into consideration. Bro, let me be honest with you. You can never move an inch when you are not well rooted spiritually. You can never move an inch. You can never add anything to your life when you're not rooted spiritually. When there is a great seismic shift, it is only the tree that is not well rooted that falls. That is it. When there is a great earthquake, something of that sort, when the wind blows beyond the normal measure, it is only the tree that is not deeply rooted that falls, just like that. So when you are not rooted spiritually, when you take the spirit, the things of the spirit for granted, I'm telling you that you're going to be played. So majority of you people are being played, and that's the nature. Sometimes Semai, for him to be able to win you out in life, he must make sure to manipulate you and then orchestrate an event where he would throw you off, making you to disbelieve in certain things. Making you to disbelieve in certain things. And once you start disbelieving in certain things, it means the interplay of deception is at work. Semai has been able to manipulate system and orchestrate an event where you have been stolen, moved from the original path to a different path. And that's the nature of Semai. So you see, you must be able to decode certain things out. I don't allow foolish people to get closer to me. That is why you come to my church, you misbehave. I don't see you to be a wise person, because why would you come to the presence of the Holy One and just come there to misbehave? You walk all the way from your house, you come to the church, then you decide to gossip about people. Why would you come and sit in the church and backbite people? Do you think you built that particular auditorium to contain you, just for you to walk from your domicile to our end, to just come and sabotage people just like that? Once I see you, I don't have time for bullshit. I'll just walk you out of the church, throw you off. Don't come to the church, because we don't entertain those. That is it. Because I see what you're doing is not worth substantive. And in the first place, if you were wise, you wouldn't have come to the church to portray such character over there. So once I see you in that act, I tell you, Basa, you can't work with us, because we are busy. Okay? We have a lot to tell. We have a lot to write. And because of that, we can't joke with our pen. We are all at the front of exams. We are going to write our BC. We are going to write our WAEC. We have struggled for so many years. And finally, we are seated at the front of our exams in life. And you are telling me that you don't have pen. I should give you pen. Knowing fully well that I also have only one pen. I should lend you my own. What do you expect me to use to write? Tell me, what exactly do you expect me to use to write my own paper? So life, my attitude, my character is the pen that I hold. Okay? And looking at how things is going in a society. It's like everybody is writing an exams. I'm very sure within my spirit that as you're watching me, you are writing an exams in life where there could be a possibility that, either you are writing a financial test. Some of you are broke. When we are to urge you to provide $50,000 or pounds, you can't provide it. It means you are writing financial exams. You are broke. You don't have it. Some of you, you are suffering from some chronic ailment. And probably because of that, you are writing healing exams. Some of you, you need miracles. So all these things that we have been praying for, all these things that we have been longing for, it means you are the exams for, writing exams to pass, to get whatever that you're looking for. Then we decide to build for ourselves just to converge, so that most of the times we will meet over there and encourage ourselves for us to move on, to be able to write those exams that has been presented before us. Then you come there, evil behavior, bad character, you talk about people's matter, knowing fully well that doesn't concern you. That nasty attitude mean get out from the church. I don't need your offering. Go and give it to other churches. Everybody came in there to look for peace. So stay at peace and let the other also stay at peace. And that is my nature. I don't need offering. I need the people being able to align themselves to receive from the Messiah, not me. Because it is only the Messiah that has something to offer. Nobody has anything in life to offer. It is only the Messiah. So most of the time, people don't understand why I walk people out of my life. Some people need healing. Some of them, they are suffering from asthma, diabetes, cancer. Some of them, they are crippled, glaucoma, a lot of diseases. Just think of it. Now they travel the way to go and seek the face of the Holy One. Then they come in to meet you over there. Then you come to fight them, or just to do things for them to backslide just like that. So please, I don't tolerate a foolish person in my life. And all my family members will tell you this. They will attest to the fact that indeed what he's saying is of the truth. My brothers and sisters, they are all aware of that. I don't tolerate a foolish person. Because once you allow a foolish person to stay in your life, sometimes we tolerate those people at the expense of pity. You pity those people. And you see, their ignorance and inability to comprehend, I'm telling you, it will be used as a weapon at you. By now, I would have fallen from the grace. I'm telling you the truth. The Lord would have taken his power from me. But you see, in this life, I'm disciplined. I don't allow anything to come in between me and the Holy One, and that is it all. When the Holy One tells me, go inside, go and sleep, right away, no question. I just enter, bang the door and sleep. That is it all. Get up, OPATAFUOR, go and stand here, pray, and that is it all. That is it all. That is it all. So you see, now let me tell you this. Let me just chip in this. Every loser is not submissive to authority. And that is the truth. Every loser in this world is not submissive to authority. The very moment you start winning is when you think you have become submissive to a higher authority. Because you can't climb the ladder to the apex alone. You need more hands. And any hands that shooks your shoulder to bring you to the apex is that particular authority. That hands is bigger than you. You must understand that. They have not made it in life. The other time I was telling a woman, and this young lady, I believe that, in fact, she really loves me very well. And she's quite pretty as well. Very beautiful girl. And I know within my spirit that she loves me. But you see, I've been reading her character. She keeps on professing that, OPATAFUOR, I love you. And anytime that she tells me that, I laugh. Why? Because I don't need a woman who loves me. Your love will not do anything for me. I don't need a woman who loves me. I don't need a woman who loves me. Let me repeat it again. I don't need a woman who loves me. I don't need a woman who loves me. So if you think you love me, keep your love. I need a woman who is disciplined. The highest of it all is discipline, not the one who loves me. I was forged in fairness. So do you think I'm looking for comfortability? I'm looking for a disciplined woman. Love breeds contempt. When you accept love in your life, the person will trespass. And in the name of love, you must let things go. You see, Moses married a woman who loved him. And because of that, most of the time, the wife of Moses keeps on trespassing, just like that. Most of the time, Moses' wife keeps on trespassing because of love. Sarah trespassed because of love. But you see, Mary Magdalene, she was a disciplined woman. Discipline override everything. I don't need a woman who loves me. Discipline. When you are disciplined, you are obedient. When you are disciplined, you are obedient. You know this at this particular juncture. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is that. 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 And once you are able to put all these things in place, now I can see that there's some sort of spark in you. So me, I don't like a woman who loves me. You say, I love OPATAFUOR. Master, take your love. I don't like it. I don't like a woman who loves me. Because if you love me, you misbehave. You trespass. You go contrary to the rules of engagement. Because at the end of the day, you expect me to forgive you because I should love you in return. But that time too, who knows? You might have done something that will go a long way to affect my life. But you see, out of love, I must forgive you. So I'm not moved by a woman who loves me. The love of every woman means nothing to me. That is me. So you see, I don't need love. I don't need love. If you're a woman out there, let me tell you, I don't need love. Let me tell you, in the first place, I was forged out of fairness. I was forged out of fairness. And you think a being that is forged out of fairness needs love? In your rightful thoughts, that's how you think, right? A man of my type was forged out of a burning furnace. I have used my tongue to lick the surface of a powerful sword. I've walked on a needle that has been able to pierce out through a wood, and that surface I have used my leg to walk on. So my type, I don't need love. In the seventh abode, the Holy One doesn't practice love over there. He practices love in the seed, fifth, fourth, third, second, and first realm. Why? Because with that, they know that out of love, that is why the Holy One keeps on preserving Simai. Instead of him to eliminate those entities from the system so that we'll be free, he keeps on tolerating them out of love. So in the seventh dimension, that place has been preserved out of discipline. So OPATAFUOR, I don't need love. If you're a young girl or if you're a woman and you love me, my dear, I can never love you. I need a disciplined woman, somebody who is disciplined. And out of discipline, the love will follow it naturally. Love is a natural thing. In the seventh realm, we don't practice love over there. So love breeds what we call contempt. So most people don't understand me. Sometimes they sit down and ask a lot of questions about me. What kind of a man are you? What kind of a man are you? Please, I don't need love. No. Love means nothing to me. I don't need love. Love means nothing to OPATAFUOR. I need a disciplined woman. A disciplined woman is by all standard. She is obedient. She keeps secret. She is relaxed. She knows when to act because she is disciplined. Out of love, when they hear something, they will not exercise restraint. They will just come at you. Either you are in the public space, they will come out there and confront you, and that is an indisciplined lifestyle. You can't. Is it? So I need a disciplined woman, not somebody who loves you. You don't know. You don't know life. Some of you, you are amateurs. You are not grown up. So I just see you like that. Oh my goodness. So you see, there are a lot of things that happens in the lives of people. There are a lot of things that happens. So my DM is full of I love you. My WhatsApp numbers are full of I love you. I love you from Spain. I love you from Germany. You see, sometimes small exams, then they will fail. I'll just watch that and say, hey. So this, in your mind, you think you can work with this. At the end of the day, even the spirit will tend to kill her because she's not disciplined. Always, she wants to come out with excuses. Sit here, you come, she's not there. She's that place. And then always, she always want to explain herself. Always, you want to explain himself. So both of you, do you think you can go far in life? Every marriage that has been able to stand the face of adversity, please, it was never through love. It was through discipline. When you are not disciplined, you can't tolerate. Discipline is the major key. Everything. Every businessman never loved the job. He treated the job with discipline. Go to the front desk of every businessman. Ask those businessmen that how were they able to pull through in life to this stage. They will tell you that they are able to come that far out of what we call discipline. Discipline will help you go far in life. Not I love you, I love you. Love brings a lot of problems, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I like my woman to be disciplined. When you are disciplined, I'll sacrifice for you. And that is me. You are not disciplined. You always want to find excuses. And because of that, you can't go far in life. You must understand this. 1 + 1, everybody knows that it is 2. You can never tell me that it is 11. Unless you provide a tangible reason. Even with that, we will not accept it because we know it for a fact that 1 + 1 = 2. 1 + 1 = 2. You can't go far in life. There are some men out there who are not disciplined. They live their life just like that. They are not disciplined. There are some women over there, they are not disciplined. So you can't get far in life. Even what you have will be taken from you because you are not disciplined. What kind of lifestyle are you living? Okay? So that is just by the way. Everybody who gets to me, I train the person to become disciplined. And the major weapon that the devil has been using in fighting with the black people is discipline. The entire black populace, we are not disciplined. If you like, go to America right now. In the black community in America, those black community in America, they are not disciplined. So almost every day there is chaos at that place. When you go to UK, as I speak with you, the black people, their society, they are not disciplined. Always there is chaos. When you come to Ghana, We are not disciplined. When you go to Nigeria, we are not disciplined. When you go to South Africa, we are not disciplined. Go to Kenya and eat every. We are not disciplined, and because of that, it is impeding our progress. We are not able to go far in life because of that indisciplined lifestyle. Go to South Africa right now. Go to Nigeria right now. Go to America. I dare you to go to America right now as I speak with you. Those black community, they are living an indisciplined lifestyle. Go to Italy, go to Spain. You are living an indisciplined lifestyle. You are not disciplined. Out of indiscipline, chaos came out. Out of indiscipline, chaos came out. So you see, the devil is never afraid of anybody. Let me tell you this fact. Even when Jesus had fasted for 40 days, he confronted him on the mountain. So no matter how long you fast, still the devil will never be afraid of you. I'm telling you, a charismatic member, a Pentecostal, a Roman Catholic. Let me tell you the truth. No matter how long you fast, how prayerful you are, Semai is never afraid. He is never. The only thing that Semai is afraid of, there is only one thing. There is only one thing. Ever since I became a prophet, ever since the Holy One decided to take me through the Torah, ever since mysteries were bestowed unto me, one day in my mind I thought there was nothing that the devil is afraid of. So one day I decided to fast for 13 days. So after the fasting, I asked the Great One that, please, I want you to give me this gist. What exactly in this world is the devil or every demon is afraid? Because I want the antidote. Because right from the biblical perspective, when I was trying to cross-check things out, I realized that in Job chapter 1 verse 6, Semai was able to ascend to the zenith of heaven to confront the Holy One about the lifestyle of Job. So if he was afraid of righteousness, he wouldn't have been able to ascend to that dimension. So I realized that no, when it comes to things that the Semai and his entourage are afraid, righteousness is not part. Now I took the incident that happened in Matthew chapter 4. I decided to synthesize it. Now I realized that there is nobody who has ever fasted more than Jesus, because Jesus did 40 days. He never ate, or neither did he. Okay? I later realized that. Now, when you decide to decode Matthew chapter 4, even when Jesus had fasted, still the devil mustered courage to approach him. So when you fast, what makes you think that the devil is afraid of you? The devil is never afraid of you. Because even in the Old Testament, he confronted the Holy One on the issues of Job. Now in the New Testament, he confronted the Messiah when he had fasted for 40 days. So what is that very thing that can destroy? And I'm telling you that when they reveal the exact thing that Semai is afraid of, and the only thing that can destroy him, When you mention that thing, that moment, all the powers and everything about Semai freezes just like that. I was shocked. So I decided to carry out experiments myself. So I did it. And in fact, the outcome, it was so amazing. And I keep those things to myself. You know, Sunday, go to church. On Saturdays to the Adventist, you can also go to church as well. It's a good church. The Sunday worshiper, you can also go to church. It's a good thing as well. The Friday, whatever day that you deem it fit, you can go and then worship your Maker. Bless you and bless you so much. Please, if you have any question, we have 10 minutes. If you have any question, you can leave it at the comment section for me now. Bring your questions to me right now. So I think most of you people don't have any questions. So let me quickly sign out. And then maybe we will meet Somebody says, bless, Satan was created like us, so why be afraid of him? Well, that is your option or your suggestion, or that's your opinion. Anybody who came to steal, to destroy, anybody who has the ability to change your destiny, anybody who has the power to inflict pains, anybody that has that mandate to tear you apart, my dear, don't bite more than what you can chew. Don't say you are not afraid of anything, because I'm telling you, even people with mega faith, right from the biblical perspective, when Satan decided to put them to test, they renounced their faith. They denied the Holy One. Now let's take into consideration. Look at what Satan did to Job. At a point, he renounced his faith, cursed the day he was born, cursed the day the mother conceived him, cursed his generation, cursed his movement, cursed his life. Now, after taking all this and making pronouncement over it negatively, what else is left for you again? Even if the day you were born, you have cursed that day, what else is left for you? But he did this at the expense of what Satan did to him. Don't challenge things. Satan can mess up your life. Satan can make you vomit foul things that will warrant the entire divine realm to become angry at you. So you must understand. Oh my goodness. You never understand. Sometimes we go out there to profess that what is in you is bigger than what is in the world. Do you think you have faith more than Peter, the foundation of the church, the foundation of all Christian faith? Do you think you have faith more than Peter? But when Semai decided to launch one weapon at him, he denied Christ and renounced his faith instantly, just like that. Right in the presence of the Messiah, he said, I don't know him. Are you more than him? Are you more than him? Are you more than those people? The fathers of faith. Even with them, when the devil decides to go after them, they change. So be careful with your utterance, so that the entire heavens doesn't permit Semai to come after your life. Now, Jewadel says that, Father, please, my question is, Semai didn't know it was the creator he tested during the 40 days fasting in the wilderness, or that's how God had planned it for. Let me tell you the truth. No matter whoever you think. Now, Semai, and then there is another principality. He also happens to be a prince. He is among the prince that were given charge to take care of the the 72 nations in the world. Now, that particular prince, every day he connived with Semai, stand at the fourth realm and level charges against Israel and every place where the son or the daughter of Israel is found. So all those places where the entire Israelis were scattered in the rest of the spirit, Semai launches an attack against those people. So that is his nature. That is his nature. So he doesn't care. Even the higher angels in the rest of the spirit, he writes false statements about them. You must understand. Even Jesus, he said he is a liar. At a point, he stood in the presence of the entire celestial bureaucracy to tell them that the Messiah is a liar. He said he's a liar. And they said, why is he saying that the Messiah is a liar? And then he came out to prove with an evidence. And then when they took the evidence to a higher realm, the meaning of that particular evidence was interpreted by a higher 13 celestial beings in the higher realms. Some of you, you are joking with your Christian life. You think going to church on Sundays warrants you certain authorities, right? Now tomorrow, I'll preach and then prove to you where Jesus stood in the presence of the celestial councils to tell them that the Messiah is a liar and a thief at the same time. You don't know anything, bro. Now, per what I was saying regarding when I fasted to pray, because per what has been disclosed to me, it's like it sounds very weird in my hearing. Why has the devil been given that much authority? And why is it that it's like he tests everybody, he's not afraid of any entity? And then they said to me that there is only one thing that he is afraid of. He's not afraid of the name of the Messiah, neither is he afraid of any entity or any being. That is why when Semai decides to come after you, there's nothing that you can do. Prayers cannot retrieve you from the hands of Semai, unless maybe the Holy One decides to operate beyond his rules, because the rules govern the entire cosmic realm. The Lord, in his own infinite wisdom, has set up some rules that is even much higher than himself. So he lives within a system of rules and regulation. Okay? So sometimes he can't compromise unless you know the realm or the system very well. So what happened? He said that the only thing that the devil is afraid, the only thing that Satan is afraid of is one thing. Ever since creation, there is only one thing that he is afraid of. And that thing happened during the days of Abraham and Isaac. Bible says that when Abraham said to Isaac that he is going to kill him, to use him as a sacrifice to appease the Holy One, that moment Isaac giggled and then he accepted it. And that moment he was grieved in the spirit, some sort of grief that has never caught up with him before. He was panicking. He became afraid. He lost appetite at that moment. All his spirit disappeared. All his bones and every part of his body was shivering. But out of discipline, because he can't retaliate or rebel on the voice of his father, he had to accept it in good faith. So because of that discipline, anybody who is disciplined is being wielded with a massive power that is more than resurrection power. And that is the only power that can destroy Lucifer. Lucifer is not afraid of anything. He is afraid of the word discipline. Once you are disciplined, he knows that he cannot lure you, he cannot deceive you. Your yes is your yes, your no is your no. And with that, people, even in our existential realm, we know that people whose yes are yes, whose no are no, they are very difficult to handle. Likewise in the rest of the spirit. So those who are disciplined, they are being wielded with some power, an extraordinary power, that the power of resurrection, the power of miracles, the power of deliverance, the prophetic, can never even be compared to it. And that power, the second person who used that power is the Messiah. When they took him to the cross, Bible says that before the Messiah came here on earth, It was announced in the rest of the spirit that I am looking for somebody to go to the world. And when the person goes to the world, this is exactly what they will do to him. All the entire heavens were silent and nobody volunteered because of what was shown to them. But you see, the Messiah decided to own himself out and then took those responsibilities. At a point, he said to the entire celestial bureaucracy that if it were to be according to his will, if it were according to his will, let this cup pass by me. But out of discipline, he conquered the devil. Out of discipline. I know I don't like it, but discipline. Let me keep my mouth mute. Tolerate it and endure it and pass this particular test. Let me tell you, I don't like you if you say you love me. I don't value the love of any woman. I never value the love of my mother. How much more my a woman who is purportedly to be my wife or my girlfriend. I don't value your love. I don't value your love. I've never valued any woman's love in the first place. My mom's love is never valued during his days when she was alive. During her days when she was alive, I never valued the love of my mom. So I don't value any woman's love. I value the disciplined nature of women. The disciplined nature of women. I value their disciplined nature, because when you are legally bound to a woman who is disciplined, I'm telling you that you move mountains. Do you think when Jesus was saying that if you have faith, you can dismantle a mountain? You can tell it to the tree that uproot yourself and then head yourself to the sea and fall in it. Do you think Jesus was talking about praying and fasting? He was talking about discipline. You can only walk with the power of the Holy Spirit when you are disciplined. If you are not disciplined, you can never wield the power of the Holy Spirit. It didn't end well with Moses. Blessed be unto the name of the Holy One. It didn't end well with Moses because he was not disciplined. Go and speak to the rock, and the rock is the Messiah. You went there to strike it. That is indiscipline. And when the Lord confronted Moses, he was trying to find something to say by saying that the people were provoking and saying nonsense. So those people who are not disciplined in life, always they want to find something to say. You are living an indisciplined life. Jesus said that you are not disciplined. you talk anyhow, you eat anyhow. You just wake up and hate people for no reason. They have not done you anything, you hate them. You talk just like that. You don't have any concrete evidence. You live your life just like, don't go and eat this, you eat it. Don't do this, you said no. The reason why from Adam till Jesus, the Holy One was not able to establish his covenant here on earth because of indiscipline. Until when the Messiah came on the scene, and out of discipline, he conquered Semai. He brought Semai to his feet because he knows that the major weapon to strike the entire generation is indiscipline. We told Eve, sit here, don't eat this fruit, out of indiscipline. And out of indiscipline, disrespect comes in. Out of indiscipline, rebelliousness. Out of indiscipline, A lot of things comes out of indiscipline. Through Eve and then Adam, the Holy One, blessed be unto his name, he had wanted to establish a covenant here on earth, but because of indiscipline, he couldn't. They were captured and conquered by Semai because the woman rebelled on the voice of the Holy One. Now, the same thing also implies it were coded down to generation. It got to Abraham. He said, I'll give you somebody through generations. And out of indiscipline, the indisciplined nature of Sarah, the indisciplined nature of Abraham, they were not able to establish the covenant of the Holy One on earth. So they were conquered by Semai. It moved down to generations. Until when the Messiah stepped in, through the act of discipline, he conquered Lucifer, he conquered Semai, he conquered Satan. Let me tell you, if anybody tells you that Jesus Christ used any power to conquer Satan, that person is a lie. He never defeated him in terms of power-wise, but he was able to he was able to win Semai out because of discipline. At a point, he says, it is written in the Bible that he will command his angels to carry you on their wings. So I want you to throw yourself off from the pinnacle and see if they will carry you as how it has been promised by the Holy One. Then Jesus responded by saying that it is written in there that test not your Lord. Don't put your Lord to test. That is discipline. He was trying to tell Satan that what you are trying to tell me, it's not like I cannot do it. I can do it. But you see, you must understand that. Don't test your Lord. Don't test your Lord. Don't test your Lord. The question is, don't test your Lord. When you do that, you are going contrary to the rules of engagement. The rule says, be obedient to the voice of your Lord. So it is your Lord who is supposed to test you, but you are not supposed to test your Lord. So he was trying to tell Semai that you are not disciplined, because if you were disciplined, you would have recognized that the law states that don't test your Lord. So why are you trying to test me? Please, somebody says, so can we equate discipline with obedience? No. You can be obedient to the voice of the devil. You can be obedient to the voice of a foolish person. You can be obedient to a stupid person. So, discipline goes beyond obedience. Out of discipline, it gave birth to obedience. Discipline simply means giving ears to rightful authorities. Discipline simply means giving ears to rightful authorities. So there are some people, they are not the rightful authority, so you don't give them that ear. You don't obey their commands. So there's a vast difference between discipline and obedience. You can be obedient to a fool. You can be in a relationship where the man doesn't like God, and because you are legally tied to the man, He will try to tell you that don't do this, don't pray in the house, don't fast in the house. And because you think he is a man, you obey to that foolish orders. Because you don't want to go contrary to the rules of engagement. No, that is not discipline, that is obedience. Discipline simply means giving ears to the rightful authorities. Anything that goes contrary to the rules of engagement, anything that goes against the voice of the Holy One, you don't obey it, but you make it an obligatory to honor the voice of the Holy One in your life. And by virtue of that, you are living a disciplined life. Obia Jimmy no ma others say media me discipline ti mama de o kan nyina amate nipa ne se won pese obesum nyame on pese obetie nyame asem o say de o ka kire oni nyina amate because eye me kuru eye me yere eye me maame eye me papa usu nim sa asem nipa ne kan eye nkwase asem o so say me pese ye beka se me mu ade enti o de ya no nye discipline ne say so makwan na waye sutie ama enioma a ehawurade die animonyam na di enidie bre onipa nipadua eno na ye discipline no. Now Bible says that we should obey our parent, right? Do you know why? The Bible never said we should be disciplined to the voice of our parent, but it says obey. Obey literally means he has given you a free will. So you become decisive if what your parents are saying is of right or not. You obey it. Right? So you make decision. That is why he never said be disciplined to the voice of your parent. He said be obedient. Children, be obedient to your parent, which means be selective, because some of the parents, that thing is not there. So the advice is wrong. At the end of the day, if you hold on tight to the advice, you'll get your objectives wrong. Bye-bye. God bless you and thank you very much. We shall meet again. You are not disciplined. I need a disciplined woman. I don't need a woman who goes about professing her love. Out of discipline, love will come. Out of discipline, okay, obedience will come. Out of discipline, understanding will come. Out of discipline, the discernment of spirit will come. So when a woman tells me, "Oh, Butterfly, I love you so much," I just watch you with my two eyes. I don't like your love. I like your disciplined life. Oh my goodness. Bye bye. You be share nyame aduma. Good night. So tomorrow we will learn about one of the princes. I think this is an opportunity to me to teach you about all the 72 princes and the nation they hail from. Okay? So tomorrow we will talk about another prince who is also giant in the realms of the spirit, who hails from one of the nation. Today we were able to discuss about Semai, who is the prince among the princes who have been charged to take care of the 70 nations on earth, the 72 nations. So good night. We shall meet tomorrow the same time, 8 o'clock Greenwich Meridian time. Don't forget, go on TikTok and follow this page. Follow this page. If you want to know more, about the things of the spirit. You are already powerful when you know your left and right, and when you become spiritually disciplined, you become powerful. Okay?